All right, everybody, welcome to the Dream Dynasty and Funky Fit Coaches team call tonight. We do these every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. We feel like it's kind of the most convenient time. Like if we've got moms on the call, then you can get your kids to bed, grab yourself a glass of wine or sparkling water or a tea, and join us for a few minutes just to kind of get a little bit of connection going on, a little bit of team boost. I like to let everybody know that we're all in the same boat here. There's not one of us that's like, hey, we got any kids in the call? We got our shit together and we're just fine with this. We fail forward every single day. This is our life. This is the business, but it's fun because we lead with inspiring other people and literally just connecting, kind of like on the National Wake Up Call. On our new coach call last night, I talked about, did you listen to it? Did anybody listen to it on this call? Did you listen to the National Wake Up Call yet this week? Yeah, it was, I just finished listening to it, and that story about Sarah, everything that Bonnie talked about in that call was amazing. And it was such a good gut check for myself because it was a great reminder that, like, my job is just to be a mentor and a friend to everybody, to show people that, to connect people with the why behind everything that I'm doing, not the what. Not to, post all these crazy things about Shakeology and programs and stuff like that, but really why I'm doing it, why I want to inspire other people, and why I think they should be doing it. It was just such a great call. So definitely check that out. That's all I'm going to mention from that. So I want to start tonight off with a little bit of something different, okay? Now, I didn't run this by Angel, but I'm sure she's going to be totally okay with this. We're just going to take a few minutes to do this, and I'm just going to call a few people out, so just get ready to chat. I'll unmute you as you go. But I want to start it out with a win from this week. I want you to share with us, and it doesn't have to be for yourself. If you saw another coach do something and you want to call them out and say that was awesome, I just really want to start this out with the high for this week. So I'm going to go ahead and start with, you know what, Angel? I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to put you first.
Yeah, put me on the spot. I don't mind. So basically, highlight from the week, right?
Yeah.
From last week, personally, I was pretty distracted with some things, but I still, because of the momentum of what I did in the weeks before, I still have a completely full inbox and still have plenty of messages to follow up on, and I'm really super proud of myself for this week, jumping back into my power hour. And I've sent 25 invites every day this week so far, yesterday and today. And that's really gotten my inbox jumping again. And so that's really like my personal highlight, because it's so easy, like when you go through something, personal, and you, like Michelle began with, you feel like you're the lone man in the field, right? That's why we have these team calls. And it's not just with coaching, and we're all women, so I know you all understand what I'm saying, right? Like, you go through these things and it can feel like you're so isolated from everything, but really, it's just a matter of shaking it off and getting back with it. And for me, a long time ago, I've struggled with depression most of my life. And so those moments didn't used to be moments. They used to be months. They used to, to be years of my life that I just spent in this negative space. And now, because of coaching, because of these habits that I've sown, because of personal development, because of this incredible community that we have right here, I'm no longer stuck in that space. I can easily say, you know what? No, not today. I'm changing it. I'm getting back up. I'm getting my shit together. And that's what happened for me this week. So that's really like my personal highlight from me. As far as Funky Fit goes, like, huge shout out to the coaches who were like, add me to Team Cup, because I just posted about it today and I've already got 2 full Team Cup teams from Funky Fit, and I'm really, really proud of you guys for like stepping up, because I know sometimes that seems kind of crazy and overwhelming. So that is definitely my team highlight, seeing you guys step up and be like, hell yeah, let's do it, let's go. So
awesome, good stuff. So Angel, you pick somebody to go next.
Let's see, just because you feel my pain and misery with Paw Patrol, let's go with Alana. Tag, you're it.
Thanks.
What was your high from the week? Your celebration?
Last week was insane. I had so many things go wrong. I'd have to say being able to get my Shakeologies in and not going insane, like completely insane. last week. I think that was my high. The workouts with everything else that was going on and that had to be done, and then sick kids on top of everything, it was just not a good week. I ended up not having heat for like 4 or 5 days on and off because my furnace wasn't working. And yeah, it was just a disaster week last week. So
Oh my goodness. Well, here's to a better week. So that's
yes,
awesome.
let's go for that.
Yes.
So,
Bless and release, right? That's my motto.
exactly. That was so hard to do yet last week.
Good stuff.
So.
All right. We'll pick one more person. Who wants to celebrate a high from the week? Let's go with Courtney. Courtney had a high.
I did. I got my friend from high school, my friend from childhood. She's been liking my posts all of a sudden this week, and I haven't sealed her in yet. She hasn't committed, but she is interested in joining my challenge group starting February 6th, which that makes my very first customer if she follows through.
Yay!
Yay! And Angel, just to touch on your past, my friend has been through a lot around anxiety, depression. One psychologist told her she was bipolar, and she just keeps going in these waves of highs and lows, and it's just awful for her. And she's hoping that she has been fit before, and by getting into this, she's like, you know what, Shakeology sounds like the thing for me to start off with, for that to be my starting point, to start doing something for myself again. And I told her about how, you know, the BOD, how it's on and it's a great deal. And she always goes to these expensive gyms. And I was telling her how this was much more of a better idea than the expensive gym, because those days that you don't feel like getting out, at least you can 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and push play.
I love it. Just really quickly, I'm glad that you brought that up and that you mentioned that. And I'm just going to kind of sidebar recommend something for you. If you have the Audible app, do you have that yet?
What?
The Audible app where you can get audio. Okay. So first of all, Michelle, I know you have the Audible app.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go and pick a book from your playlist and just text it to Courtney or send it in Facebook Messenger, and she'll get her first book for free. I think most people always get their first book for free too when they download this app. But once you have Audible, you can actually gift your friend. And everybody gets a free book when they sign up for a free trial. But I recommend, just from being her friend and because you want to show value and help her even more see that this is the direction to go, gift her a book. Find a good personal development book. Get with Michelle. I know Michelle has dealt a lot with anxiety, and so she can recommend some things for you. The Energy Bus is an incredible book. Okay. And that it really speaks a whole lot to like where you put your energy and where you choose to focus those things and like the ups and the downs that you were talking about. That was a really, really good book. But Michelle can give you some other recommendations. But I suggest that you get with her and gift her a book before she signs up, before she commits to a challenge pack. Give that to her and say, hey, I really think you should start listening to this book. Just listen to chapter 1 and then message me back how you feel and just see where that goes. And then let us know.
Courtney, I'll gift that book to you. I have it in my Audible app, so I'll gift it to you. Okay?
Awesome.
Make a note to do that. Can't promise that'll be tonight, but tomorrow. Awesome. Okay, well, that was super awesome. Just to start tonight's call off with the high, celebrating little things that we're either doing in our own business, having success with, or seeing other people do. So I just saw that. I saw another coach doing it, so I actually just wanted to steal it. So tonight we're going to do a couple things. We're just going to talk a little bit about 3 things to kind of bring into this year to kind of help you in your year of 2017. And then I'm also going to share with you guys actually this really, really great tool of inviting scripts, okay? And so if Angel wants to post it as a file in her team page, she's welcome to. I'm going to post it in ours as well as the New Coach University. But I just wanted to show you guys how kind of easy and simple it can be, because I've had a few messages today about inviting, and at first it is very, very scary. But once you get going with it, it just becomes second nature and you really don't second guess it. So The first thing I want to talk about tonight is being innovative, okay? And what does innovative mean? And so I had to actually Google it. I actually had to look it up because I didn't know. But being innovative means being different, setting yourself apart. And so one of my goals personally for this year is to really focus on being innovative and setting myself apart. So what does that look like? So that can look like, with your social media posts, you can do different things with them. So for example, I put the white border around my pictures just to center myself out a little bit more. I use the app Photofy to do that. It's just something that I do. I brighten the pictures a little bit. I don't spend a whole lot of time on my photos. Once you get going with it and you learn it, it's just a quick do it on your phone, pop it up, there you go. Challenge group posts, hello, Heather Ann. Like, she has been playing in PicMonkey and she has been doing some amazing photos with PicMonkey. It's incredible. So kudos to you, girl. That's amazing. But taking the time, and guys, for my challenge group posts and my free group posts, I have forever done this since I started as a coach. I go to Google and I type in, like, if my theme of the month is going to be like a Fit Mom challenge or something like that, I type in like Fit Mom challenges, I click on images, and I look at other coaches challenge group pictures, and I just kind of grab an idea here and there just to start to recreate I recreate my own. And so same with free groups, right? You don't have to do the traditional free eat clean challenge. You can do something different, like create your own butts and guts. That's terrible. Don't do butts and guts. But, like if you wanted to do like a booty challenge, right? There's so many different things that you can do. Personal development groups. Danielle did a learn to make a scarf group. I've done finance groups, like budget challenges, and I love them. But you can do all these different things that for your market, right? Water challenges, all these different things. So try and think of things that might set you apart that you can offer your market that you love. Like, even if it's like walking 30 minutes, the goal for the group is to walk 30 minutes every day, get some water in. It's still something that you can bring people into it. And then you build relationships with these people in the group. It's amazing. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. A great way to do that. Same with challenge groups. You can start to revamp your challenge groups as well. So telling your challengers that you're going to offer more recipes, post more recipes in it. Maybe you want to pull in some prizes and just offer like one prize a week to a challenger, but just adding like a little bit more spark to your challenge group so that you feel like, it's exciting. You're revamping it. You want to get people talking about your groups, right? So just being a little bit more innovative for this year and thinking of ways that I can be different and stand out for 2017. And so I wanted to share that with you guys so that you guys can kind of start to think of that as well, and kind of use it as your guide for 2017 too. So now this other one is a bit of a hard topic, okay? And it's not a hard topic, I should say, all the time, but I just want to be real with you guys tonight and just talk to you guys about being a warrior in this business, okay? So there's going to be lots of ups in this business and there's going to be lots of downs. It's the ebb and flow of the business, but things that happened that have affected me and my mood that have now prompted me that when things happen in my business, I have to be proactive. I have to be the one to dig into PD. That's what it's there for. It's there to pull me out of those funks. And that's how we grow as people. And so when I started as a coach, and, I saw people hitting ranks and things like that, and it wasn't happening for me. I solely have learned in the past 2.5 years of this business that I am growing every single day into the person that I need to be for my goals. So when things weren't happening right out of the gate and I was like, well, it's happening for them, why is it not happening for me? Danielle was amazing in doing this, and she was just checking me in and saying, Michelle, you're growing as a person. You just need to continue to grow. And it's so true. Like, I tell you guys this story all the time. I have such a fear of public speaking. And here I am speaking on team calls every single week and guest speaking on other team calls. And, I had to grow into that person. So you keep in mind every single day that you are growing into the coach that you're becoming. So just keep that in the back of your mind. But some of the few things that also used to affect me was when I had preferred customers sign up, And then a couple months later, I'd get the coach cancellation in my email. That one can be like a huge, like, whoa, you just feel like everything's falling apart. But the thing to remember is people are going to join, people are going to leave. So it's just the ebb and flow of the business. But if I can tell you that right now and remind you, just be a warrior in this business. We're not here to convince people to stay forever. We just share with them how it can change their lives, and your tribe will stick with you. Our vibe attracts our tribe, right? So just when you get those coach cancellations from preferred customers, or if you do have coaches that decide they don't want to coach and they do cancel, just remember you are a warrior in this business. And that happens to all of us. I know Danielle herself with her downline, she doesn't even open the emails anymore because she's like, meh, they weren't my tribe. And she continues on. So just remember, ladies, to always be a warrior. We are failing forward in this business. And I can tell you that I've failed every single day. Top leaders in this business have failed every single day. So don't feel alone. Heck, when I was sending invites today, I was like trying different things. And I was telling myself, walking myself through it, saying, Michelle, you might fail at this. Michelle, you might fail at this one. And that's okay because I'm information gathering to find what works for me. And that's just all it is. It's just a process to do that. And then the last thing that I wanted to touch on before I bring up this inviting script is being a true blue coach. So this phrase, true blue coach, came from a group I was just recently added to, by my regional mentor, I guess you could say, from corporate. And being a true blue coach. So what does that mean? So that means that you're showing up every single day and you are representing Beachbody. And you're not doing it because you want to sell things. Yes, we want to make a commission and all that sort of stuff, but you eat, sleep, and breathe Beachbody. I'm not saying that you've got to throw yourself into it and just fully be all about that. But I'm just saying that you need to do the 4 vital behaviors, specifically focusing on the 3, especially when you're starting your journey, being a product of the product, which I know all of you are. You all do an amazing job with being a product of the product. Reading your personal development. In the beginning, I did not do that for the first 6 months of my business. And that was like, I started with a book. It probably took me like 4 months to read The Compound Effect, but I got through it because I started to realize that I needed it in order to make it in this business. And I have to say, and Angel could probably, agree with this one, PD has been, I'm like middle of like Charlie horse here. How terrible is this? Sorry, guys. PD has been the utmost life-changing part of this business. It has literally led me to become the person I am today. And I am honestly forever grateful for this business because it has helped me so much, like so much in my life. I couldn't even, I don't want to get emotional on you guys, but I couldn't even imagine like without Beachbody and without all of you in my life, because you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. So those are the 3 things for 2017. Okay. Be innovative, be a warrior, and just choose to be a true blue coach, and sharing your why with everybody and connecting it to the what. And so after all of the messages that I had today about inviting and the fear around all of that, I just wanted to kind of ease that a little bit with showing you how it can be done. And there's this document that I stumbled across, and it's amazing. I can't take any credit for creating this, but I'm going to screen share with you guys and just walk you through it a little bit here, okay? I don't even know how we're doing for time. Hopefully we don't get booted here. All right, who can I see? Angel, I can see you. Can you see this screen? All right, perfect. Okay, so invites, so a crucial part of coaching. So we always talk about how what we're doing today is going to reflect in our business 3 months from now. That showed true for me in the fall, guys. I had a rough patch there for a little while, and I wasn't sitting down and doing my 3 vitals every single day, and it showed true in the month of November. I sat in Vegas, and I said to Danielle, I've got 48 hours until December. And basically I wasn't at Success Club 10. I was in jeopardy of losing my Success Club 10. So I said to her, what do I do? She said, you know what you got to do, Michelle? And I called Chris and I said, Chris, we're buying 2 challenge packs tonight, just so you know. And I did it. I did it because I slacked in my business 3 months before that, and I wasn't in line to make Success Club 10 that month, but I did it because I didn't want to lose my streak of becoming a legend. So sometimes you just got to invest a little bit in your business, and I've got 2 quarter force programs that I'm getting ready to give away here. So that's been fantastic. Shakeology, people ended up buying it. So the money actually came back anyways. But the important part here is, so posting publicly. This is why posting is so important. I've had coaches come into the business and they will do all the behind the scenes stuff work. They'll send out all of these invites, but the inviting doesn't work if you aren't posting publicly about your journey. And the reason is because we're all the same, guys. If I get a message from somebody, the first thing I do is I'm like, who is this person? Or I go to their page, and if I don't see stuff that I like, then I typically wouldn't respond. Do you know what I mean? So it's really, really important to put yourself out there and share the why you're doing stuff. And keep in mind, guys, your life has changed because of these products, because of this business. So you're doing it to inspire someone else that could be in a place where you were, to start to make the changes to where you are. So that's what I keep in the back of my mind when I'm posting. So when you're posting publicly and you're documenting your journey on your social media, then you can invite privately those people that are liking and commenting on your posts, going to your friends lists and inviting privately there, and then following up. So I keep a tracking system. Again, I could share track what I'm doing, but it might not work for you. So you have to find what tracking system you're going to use, because the follow-up is super important. I would say 9 times out of 10, my sales come from the follow-up. So if people message you and want information and then you don't hear from them, a few days later, go back and send them a message, and simple messages. Hey, Jen, how's it going? I saw my last message and maybe you wanted to think about it for a couple of days. Just curious if you're still interested in the upcoming accountability group. Don't overthink it. Send and done, right? So again, posting publicly, then you can invite, and then the follow-ups, okay? And so invite. So a few things to remember. Everybody does it. Everyone in Beachbody does it, okay? So you're not a creep. You have something incredible to offer, and you know it works. These programs work. We're all proof that it does. It's the biggest gift that we can absolutely offer anybody, and you can change a life with these things. You can change somebody's life. And when you get those messages, I've cried so many times from private messages that I get from my challengers or coaches about things that are happening in their life. And it's honestly because I sent an invite, or because I made a post that was vulnerable and they reached out to me. So the worst thing that can happen is they say no. And no typically means not right now, but you're going to get a lot of no's, and you're going to get a lot of no responses. And think of it as you're just planting seeds. I tend to go for no in a month, because if I'm getting no's, I know that I'm getting close to yeses. So the more you do, the easier it gets, which is so true. You will finally just find it just becomes natural routine to sit down, send out some invites, and you're done. The more no's you get, the more you learn, okay? So I started out sending invites in one way, and now I've gradually progressed to a way that works for me. And that's why I shared on the new coach call last night, I can give you scripts as guidelines, but how I phrase things might be different than how you phrase things, which is why my invites might not work for you. And so I am casual. My invite is not necessarily the same every time I send it. I might use different words. I might have looked at their profile, saw that they're a mom, include that in my message. It's just different ways that I connect with people. It's generally the same though. And keep in mind too, if you don't invite somebody, someone else will. So they might be watching a couple Beachbody coaches, and if your business isn't running on social media all the time, they might connect better to a different coach. So your market is not mind readers, okay? So connect with them. Go ahead and send out those messages, because you never know whose life you're going to change. All right, so always end a sentence, always end your invite with a question, because that's going to cause them to respond to you and can open up a conversation, right? Don't overthink it. Don't be weird. Just be you. It feels good to be told you would be good at something. So if you're inviting about coaching, and you send somebody a message and you let them know that you think that they would be the perfect fit to join your team, how would that make you feel, right? It makes you feel good. So an invite changed my life, and I know that we should all try and keep it light, but get to the point. So I'm just kind of hurrying through this so I can get to, there's 4 more slides, so just bear with me, guys. Okay, so if someone likes your post about coaching or a challenge group, these are some messages. Again, we can post these in the team pages. These are some messages that you can send, but this is how you can customize it to you. So, hey girl, long time no talk. I was just scrolling through your pictures and saw that you're working at the YMCA now. How crazy. Remember when we used to go there every day after school to swim? So long ago. When did we get old? Haha. Anyway, I saw you like my post about my new coach training coming up. I never told you this, but I've always thought you would be incredible. Were you interested in hearing more? So simple, right? And it's not spammy or salesy. It's just kind of smooth. Bump down to 3, Sarah. I see you're liking and commenting so many of my posts, but yet you keep ignoring me when I reach out. Haha, are you finally ready to take the leap and join my team? You would be incredible if you just give yourself a chance. What is holding you back? That's another way to kind of twist it around and lead with their fear, lead with their objections, because then you can address it right away, okay? So that's if somebody likes your coaching or challenge group posts. Like pages. Okay, we haven't covered a lot on like pages. What was I going to say? Jesse Regan is announcing his training tonight. If anybody's interested in taking it, it is the last training that he is doing that he's offering lifetime membership. Lifetime membership has come in handy for me because I go back and I do different things all the time with it and check in on things to make sure I'm doing things right. But a business page is another way to find contacts. Okay, we all have different ways that we find people, and you just need to find the way that you're comfortable with. Maybe it's adding people through mutual friends. Maybe it's joining Facebook groups and connecting with people through there and then adding them as friends. Maybe it's a like page and you're doing a few ads here and there to get likes and you're connecting with people through that. It's completely up to you. But if you have a like page, I sent this one today and I customized it to myself. So, hey girl, this is Bonnie from Bonnie Angle Fitness and Nutrition. I see you liked my page today and I just wanted to reach out and say thank you. You're exactly the type of person I love having over there. Fun, outgoing, and ready for change. Have you ever tried a Beachbody program before? Number 3, hey Nicole, I see you like my fitness page. This is my personal page where I share more about me. I see you have a lab too. So cute. Just wanted to let you know that I'm not a weirdo, just love connecting. P.S. You're gorgeous. Ever thought of being a Beachbody coach? So there's just different ways that you can invite, and it's just connecting. It's just building relationships with people. So how to follow up when they've said no or not responded. So there's different ways that you can do this. You can just send them a message and say like you've seen that they've seen the message, just curious if they're still interested in joining your accountability group. You could say, hey girl, I know we talked about a challenge group a while back and you said it wasn't the right time for you. I wanted to reach out and let you know that my April challenge group just opened up and I have 3 spots left. We have some killer new programs that would be right up your alley. Does this sound like something you want to start? P.S. How's work going? So you're just letting them know that your next group is starting up and if they're interested. So this is why tracking is important, because then you can make a note to follow up with them in say April or May, whenever they might be ready, okay? If you think that they would be great and you're working from a list. So this is somebody that's just kind of out there that you think that would be great for a challenge group or great as a coach. Just send them a message. Hey girl, I love your fitness pictures. You go girl. I have to ask, have you ever considered becoming a Beachbody coach? Every time I see one of your posts, I'm like, all right, this girl's just like me. No big deal if you're not interested, but I have a new coach training coming up and I know you'd rock at this business. And helping others, like I said, no big deal either way, but I just had to ask. So it's super simple, super smooth. And then, yeah, there's a few different options here. I'm going to quickly go to the last slide here just to get this one in before our time cuts out. So a current challenger that would make a great coach. We all know current challengers make great coaches because they're already doing one of the vitals. They're already being a product of the product, right? So why not get paid for it too? So here's a few different options that you can use to send to your challengers, just to start to get them around the idea that they could be coaching too, and they could be making, an extra income on the side, like an extra, $100, $200 a month. goes a long way, right? Or getting your own Shakeology covered. So, hey girl, you're already doing the work of a coach, participating in the challenge group, making time for yourself, getting results, sharing them with others. Have you ever thought about getting paid for it? Or, hey, Ashley, I wanted to reach out to you and congratulate you and give you the biggest shout out. You're truly inspiring, and what a way to hold yourself accountable and show others that this is possible, that you're making time for you, because it's important, and I love seeing that. Have you given any thought at all to becoming a coach? I seriously think you would be incredible. So those are different options. I ran through that super fast, and I will say this will be posted in our team pages, but we're getting cut off here shortly. So I'll stop the share. 2 to 3. There we go. All right, guys. So we'll post that in the team pages. How did that feel kind of about the inviting? Did that give you a little bit kind of how smooth it could go? I think our biggest thing that holds us back is the fear. And again, take these invites and do it for your free group first, guys. I got to say, when I first started, I did a free group first, and then I piled people into it, and you can build relationships in there while they're doing it. You can send them private messages, really, really root for them, right? And then at the end, that's when you can send the invite and just, invite them to your next paid group. So we're down to less than a minute, guys. I will go ahead